Begin by going to the ALLWELL login page. Click Dispenser Login to start. Enter the user ID and temporary password you've been provided. You will input the password you were given as your old password. Choose a unique password for yourself and enter it in the New Password field. Retype your new password to confirm. Start by clicking on Database. This page will list all the applications that have been input. You can also filter the information by application status or by last name of the patient. Click on Prepare New Application to start inputting a new application. The system will document the date the record is created and the application is submitted. The delivery date is the date the patient will pick up their product. This date will establish the date interest starts as well as the payment's first due date. The contract will not be funded prior to this date. A completed funding package must be faxed to 800-986-0272 or emailed to credit@sclay.com. Standard customer information is needed. Any field with a red asterisk is a required field. You cannot leave the house or rent payment fields blank. If the customer owns their home free and clear or does not pay rent, then you must enter a 0. If the patient is retired, you can click the Retired shortcut button. Please enter their monthly income. If they're not retired, you'll need to enter their standard employment information. The patient may apply for credit in their own name as an individual or may apply jointly with a spouse or other individual. If applying as an individual, you will only fill out one date, witness, and applicant field. Once the patient has verified that the information in the blue box is true and correct, enter the patient's initials in the applicant field. You, the dispenser, will enter your initials in the witness field and enter the date. The second set of boxes is reserved for the patient's spouse or other individual if they're applying jointly. Now move to the product window. Here you'll enter the manufacturer, the model number, and the cash sales price. The cash sales price is the price per your invoice and should reflect the amount prior to the down payment. In the cash down payment section, enter the amount that the client will be putting down. A cash down payment is not required. However, if they do make a down payment, you will notice that the amount financed automatically reflects the balance due after the down payment. In the next section is the quick quote calculator to help you let the client know how much they can expect their monthly payments to be. Move down to the first required field below the box with a red asterisk, number of payments. Discuss with the patient how many payments they'd like to make based on the options in the drop-down window and select a payment schedule. If you're using a promotional program, use the drop-down window to pick the appropriate no interest or same as cash option. Scheduled monthly payments are required for same as cash programs. If this option is chosen and paid off within the promotional period, all finance charges will be waived. You do not need to enter anything into the APR window. This percentage will be automatically filled in after you enter the number of payments. Enter the date of the first payment. The first payment date needs to be 30 to 45 days from the date of delivery. The default first payment date will automatically fill in as 30 days, but you may override it for up to 45 days to accommodate the patient. Once you have completed all fields, click on Submit Application. This will submit the application for approval. If you have left a required field blank, the system will take you back to the top to show you the items in red that need to be completed. You should correct the missing items, then hit the Submit Application button again. When you're ready to print the contract, go back to the top menu and click on Database. You'll notice that under the list of consumer applications, the most recent one will appear on the top. Find the customer application you'd like to print and move to the column called Display. If the application has been approved, the abbreviation for Agreement, AGMT, will appear. Click on AGMT to be taken to the Contract Security Agreement. At the top of the screen, you will find the Print button, which will print your 3-page agreement. If your application is not yet approved but you'd like to print a copy of the application, click the App button, which will take you to the page where you can print it. Here is the language explaining the term same as cash, that if the contract is paid as agreed and paid in full before the date shown, the customer will pay no interest. Finally, the contract requires a customer signature here. You, the dispenser, are the seller and need to sign in 2 places. For further support, please call or email us at allwellinfo@allegroacceptance.com.